GZM Shows and the creators of 6 Minutes are rolling out their newest audio adventure with the podcast Discovering Dad. A cautious single dad with a secret past and his rebellious kids embark on a thrilling quest complete with hidden treasure, villains, and a family curse. New episodes of Discovering Dad roll out weekly starting June 11th on Apple Podcasts. Follow the show so you never miss an episode, or listen early and ad-free as a GZM Shows subscriber. Go to gzmshows.com to learn more.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
Any fan of the NHL will know Sean Avery. Played in 12 seasons, signed with the Red Wings as a free agent in 99, played with the Kings, the Stars, the Rangers. I mean, you know you're infamous when there's a rule named after you, the Avery rule. Sean finished his NHL career with 90 goals, 247 points, 1,533 penalty minutes, 580 games. And when Sean was a guest, we talked about potential, team pranks, binge watching The Servant and The Sound of Metal. He talked about growing up to the music of Lighthouse, the Guess Who, the band. He shared a dicey plane ride story from traveling with the Red Wings. We talked about Bob Probert, fake crowd noise for pro sports during COVID. John Tortorella and Owen Nolan both came up. And Sean talked about his acting career and landing a role in Tenet. Listen to this.
Tenet was just the standard traditional audition process. My agent sent me an audition. I got the sides. I think it was funny. I originally auditioned, and I think 6 or 7 months went by, and I hadn't heard anything. So I just assumed. I never assume anything. I try and just forget about it. But then I got a call back saying they want you to read again, audition for it again, which I did, and then I ended up getting the part. But what's interesting about those movies, for those big movies, like normally you don't get the actual sides, they give you dummy sides, so they just give you a side, like audition sides from some other movie, so you don't even really know what you're auditioning for. Because they keep the script quiet and secret and that whole thing. So, but yeah, that was just a traditional, normal run-of-the-mill audition that turned out to be something that was pretty cool.
Listen to this on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Find them online at tedcorvsuppliesinc.com.
Talmor, Shishin Marachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, it's Rachel Ballinger, and I am extremely excited to invite you to Rachel Uncensored. It's my podcast where I sit down and get real with my friends and celebrity guests, where we talk about all sorts of topics. And sometimes we might be under the influence when we do so. We cover things from personal stories to hot button issues. And it's the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. It's a side of me that you might not have seen before because it's not the most family or brand friendly. But don't worry, I'm still sort of slightly a decent human being. If you're intrigued, then make sure you check it out. New episodes drop every Wednesday. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the fun and candid conversations we have here on Rachel Uncensored.